Hey everyone, if you're receiving Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits, October is about to bring some changes to your payment schedule. And yes, I said payments plural. Some of you are actually going to see two payments hitting your account this month. And there's also news about adjustments coming to your checks. I know how confusing the Social Security Administration can be with their announcements, so I read through all the official reports and updates so you don't have to. I'm here to break down exactly what's happening, who's affected, when you can expect your money, and what this means for your budget. Whether you're a mom trying to stretch every dollar, a veteran counting on your benefits, someone living with a disability, or a senior on a fixed income, this video is for you. Look, when you're living on Social Security or disability benefits, every single dollar counts. You're not just managing money, you're managing survival. Rent, groceries, medication, utilities, it all adds up fast. When the SSA changes payment dates or adjusts amounts, it can throw off your entire monthly budget. That's why I make these videos, so you have accurate information before you're blindsided by a change in your bank account. Here's what we're covering today. First, I'm going to explain exactly why some people are getting two payments in October and who that applies to. Second, we'll talk about the payment schedule for everyone else. Third, I'll break down the cost of living adjustment news and what changes might be coming to your benefit amount. And finally, I'll share practical tips on how to manage when payments come at unexpected times. But first, I want to share something personal. Last month, I heard from Sandra, a 64-year-old grandmother who watches this channel. She'd been struggling to afford her blood pressure medication while also helping her daughter with groceries. After watching one of our videos about prescription assistance programs, she applied to 3 different programs we mentioned, and she got approved for 2 of them. Now, her medications cost her $15 a month instead of $200. That's exactly why I do this work. Real people, real struggles, real solutions. All right, let's talk about these double payments. Before you get too excited, this isn't extra money. I want to be clear about that up front. This is about timing, not additional benefits. Here's what's happening. SSI recipients, that's Supplemental Security Income, are scheduled to receive 2 payments in October 2025. You'll get your regular October payment on October 1st, and then you'll also receive your November payment on October 31st. Why? Because November 1st falls on a Saturday this year. The SSA has a rule that if your payment date falls on a weekend or federal holiday, they pay you on the last business day before times that date. So instead of waiting until Monday, November 3rd, SSI recipients get their November money on Friday, October 31st. This applies specifically to SSI recipients. If you receive regular Social Security Retirement or SSDI, that's Social Security Disability Insurance, this double payment situation does not apply to you in October. Let me break down who we're talking about when we say SSI recipients, because the alphabet soup of government programs gets confusing. SSI is for people who have limited income and resources. This includes seniors 65 and older who didn't work enough to qualify for regular Social Security. It includes adults with disabilities who can't work or have very limited work history. And it includes children with disabilities whose families have limited income. These are often the people who need help the most. Single moms raising kids with special needs. Veterans dealing with disabilities who don't have much saved. Elderly folks who worked under the table most of their lives or never earned enough to build up Social Security credits. People who are blind or deaf and have faced employment barriers their whole lives. If you're in this group, you're getting 2 payments in October, one on the 1st and one on the 31st. If you receive regular Social Security retirement benefits or SSDI, your October payment follows the normal schedule based on your birth date. If your birthday is between the 1st and 10th of any month, your payment comes on the 2nd Wednesday, that's October 8th. If your birthday is between the 11th and 20th, your payment comes on the 3rd Wednesday, October 15th. If your birthday is between the 21st and 31st June, your payment comes on the 4th Wednesday, October 22nd. The exception is if you started receiving benefits before May 1997 or if you receive both Social Security and SSI. In that case, your Social Security payment comes on the 3rd of the month, which would be October 3rd this year. Now, let's talk about the cost of living adjustment, or COLA. This is the annual raise that Social Security beneficiaries receive to help keep up with inflation. The official COLA announcement for 2026 typically comes in mid-October from the Social Security Administration. Based on economic data through September, analysts are projecting the 2026 COLA to be somewhere between 2.5% and 2.8%. Now, I want to be clear, this is not official yet. The SSA will announce the exact number in the coming weeks, but let's talk about what that actually means in dollars and cents. If the COLA ends up being 2.5% and you currently receive $1,500 per month, your new payment would be around $1,537.50, an increase of about $37.50 per month. If you're receiving $800 per month on SSI, that would go up to about $820, an increase of $20 per month. I can already hear some of you saying, "That's it. That barely covers anything." And you're right. A 2.5% increase sounds better than it feels when you're trying to cover real expenses. Grocery prices have gone up way more than 2.5% in many areas. Rent isn't just going up 2.5%. But here's where I want to offer some perspective and some good news, because it's not all frustrating. First, a COLA is better than no COLA. There were years, 2010, 2011, and 2016, when there was no cost of living adjustment at all, zero. People's checks stayed exactly the same while their expenses went up. So while 2.5% doesn't feel like enough, it's movement in the right direction. Second, this COLA will be permanent. It's not a one-time payment that disappears next month. This raise stays with you and becomes your new baseline. Every month going forward, you'll have that extra money. Third, for those of you receiving SSI, your state might also provide a supplemental payment, and some states adjust their supplement when the federal amount goes up. It's worth checking with your state's social services office. And fourth, this is really important. There are other programs and resources you can stack on top of your Social Security benefits. SNAP food stamps, LEAP energy assistance, prescription drug programs, free phone services. When you combine your benefits with these other programs, you can stretch your money further. I have to mention something that affects a lot of you, especially seniors receiving Social Security retirement benefits. Your Medicare Part B premium gets deducted right from your Social Security check. For 2025, that premium is $185 per month. When the 2026 COLA kicks in, which will be with your January 2026 payment, the Medicare Part B premium for 2026 will also be announced. Historically, Medicare premiums tend to go up each year, so part of your COLA might get eaten up by a higher Medicare premium. There's a protection called hold harmless that prevents most people from seeing their Social Security check go down because of Medicare increases, but it can mean your COLA doesn't give you as much take-home increase as you'd hope. I'm telling you this not to be depressing, but to be realistic. It's better to know and plan accordingly. Okay, let's get practical. If you're an SSI recipient getting 2 payments in October, here's how to think about it. That second payment on October 31st is your November money. It's not extra. So when you're planning your November expenses, remember you already got that money in October. November 1st comes and goes, and there won't be another deposit until December 2nd. Here's what I recommend. When that October 31st payment hits, immediately set aside money for your November rent or mortgage if that's not automatic. Put aside money for any bills that are due in early November. Basically, treat it like November money that arrived early, not like bonus October money. If you have trouble with budgeting, or if money burns a hole in your pocket, consider opening a separate savings account just for this purpose. When the early payment comes, transfer the portion you need for November bills into that savings account so you're not tempted to spend it. The Social Security Administration isn't perfect. Payments get delayed. Mistakes happen. If your payment doesn't arrive when it's supposed to, here's what to do. First, wait until 3 business days after your payment date. Sometimes there are banking delays that are out of the SSA's control. If it's been 3 business days and still no payment, call the SSA. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. Yes, you might be on hold for a while, but it's important to report it right away. You can also check your payment status online if you have a My Social Security account at ssa.gov. If you don't have an account set up, now's a good time to create one. I want to make sure you know about some resources that can help stretch your benefits. SNAP benefits. If you're on SSI or have low income, you likely qualify for food stamps. Even if you think you won't qualify, it's worth applying. An extra $100 to $200 per month in food assistance makes a real difference. LIHAP. This helps with heating and cooling costs. Applications usually open in the fall, so now is the time to apply. Prescription assistance programs like Needy Meds, RX Assist, and manufacturer patient assistance programs can dramatically reduce medication costs. Lifeline, free or reduced cost phone and internet service for people on SSI and other benefit programs. Local food banks. There's no shame in using a food bank. Many also offer personal care items, diapers, and other necessities. We have detailed videos on all of these programs. I'll link to them in the description. Listen, I know living on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI is hard. I know you're making impossible choices every month. I know you're tired of things being complicated and confusing. I see you, and I'm here to help however I can. October's double payment for SSI recipients might feel like a blessing or a challenge depending on your situation. Either way, knowing about it in advance means you can plan. And that planning is what helps you survive and maybe even get a little bit ahead. The COLA increase isn't as much as any of us would like, but it's something. And when you stack your benefits with other assistance programs, you can build a better safety net. If this video helped you understand what's coming in October, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss important updates about benefits, programs, and assistance. Check out the videos I'm linking about SNAP, prescription help, and other programs that can supplement your Social Security. Every little bit helps, and you deserve to access everything you're entitled to. Drop a comment and let me know. Are you affected by the October double payment? How are you planning for it? And what other topics do you want me to cover? Remember, you're not alone in this. We're all in this together, and I'll keep showing up with information you can use. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next.